So, hello everyone, today we'll do a small and quick review about the Logitech Pro X TKL Rapid keyboard. So you'll get the keyboard in this box. In the box you'll have the keyboard covered by this protective piece of paper. Here you will have the USB-A to USB-C cable to connect the keyboard to your computer. The cable is 1.8 meter, and you will be asked to install the Logitech G-Hub software to control the different settings and the lightning's effect. That's it for the box. Let's put it aside. The keyboard. It's made from mainly from plastic. It seems to be a high quality plastic. I have no issues with it. This part here is actually covered by an aluminum plate. You can see it here on the side. This makes the keyboard quite sturdy and stable on the table. It doesn't move when I use it, so that's good. The keys are made from PTB, which is, if I'm correct, the best material that you can have on keycaps. It's very wear resistant compared, for example, to ABS. The lights are very bright, among the brightest that I've seen on keyboards. You can control the brightness directly on the keyboard or via the Logitech G-Hub software. Here you have the volume knob, which works well, the mute button, and your media keys, so next and previous track, play, pause button. Here you have your caps lock LED indicator. Here, as I said, you can control the brightness of the keyboard, and this key disables, for example, some of the key on the keyboard. And this can be useful, for example, if you're in a game or in an application. If you accidentally press the Windows key, it doesn't take you out from that game or application that you're using. You can also customize it in the Logitech G-Hub software to disable, for example, other keys. If we take a look at the connection, it's only a wired connection, so it's not wireless, but that's fine for me. I believe that if you want the best input latency, it's best to have a wired keyboard. If we take a look on the other side, we can see that it's also made from plastic. You see 3 rubber feet, and here you can adjust the angle of the keyboard, so you can have it flat or at 4 or 8 degrees. Yeah, so what do I like about this keyboard? I like the fact that it has magnetic analog switches. This means that it has in each of these keys a small magnet that comes in proximity with what we call Hall effect sensor, and this basically allows the keyboard to know at which depth the key is when you press it. You cannot do this on a classic mechanical keyboard, and the advantage of this keyboard is that you can set, for example, in the Logitech G-Hub app, the actuation point. So if you want a very sensitive key, you can set, for example, an actuation point of 1 millimeter. So you just push 1 millimeter, and the key is registered by the computer. If you want less sensitivity, you can set it to 4mm, and in this case you have to push it all the way down to have it activated. You also have the option to have rapid trigger and the key priority enabled at the same time on the Logitech G-Hub software. Basically what I'll try to explain it. Rapid trigger is that you can set, for example, the depth at which the keyboard will reset. For example, in a normal keyboard, if you press the key, you have to go all the way up again to be able to press the key again. So that's the reset part of it. If you use rapid trigger, you can set, for example, to 1mm. So if I press the key, I just have to lift it 1mm, and I can press it again, and it will register it a second time. So this will make you very fast in games. So you don't have to push that hard to be able to press your keys multiple times. You also have something called, as I said, key priority. You can use it at the same time as a rapid trigger. Key priority is basically you have different settings for key priority. You can either tell the keyboard to, if for example you press the Q and D button, you can tell it to register the key that is the most deeply pressed, or the key that you pressed lastly, and this will make you more fast in games, and in some games it will even allow you to be more stable when you shoot, for example in CSGO, but I'm not very familiar with that game. And you have to be careful, because in some of this game, rapid trigger and key priority can be banned. Some criticism about this keyboard is that I noticed that in some game the profile that I set on the keyboard doesn't seem to work, and I believe it's because the anti-cheat block the Logitech G-Hub app. So what I did is I created my profile in G-Hub, and then I upload them in the memory of the keyboard. So now I don't have to rely on the software to be able to use my profiles. I would also like to see Logitech implement a function that will allow us to for example use the keys as an analogic trigger. For example, it will be quite fun to see this in racing games. So when you press, for example, forward, you can control the percentage of acceleration that you want. It's not on a classical keyboard. It's when you press forward, it's 0 to 100% automatically. So yeah, that's it. I think the keyboard is worth for the price. I would recommend it 100%. I'm very happy with it. That's it.